In college, the public administration programs. First, Clevester Moten, and from the new Agri-Science certificate program, Christy Meese. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Bart. Thanks for having us.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, classes underway at Jackson College, started up last week.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
It's going great. It's going great. We've got a lot of new initiatives going on at Jackson College. One being competency-based education.
Yeah.
We also transitioned to a new learning management system, Canvas. So we've been working through that, which I think that's going to be a seamless transition for our students. And then on the faculty side of the house, it's going to make it more easier for us to give feedback and grades to the students. So it's great times at JC at this.
So you still have that total commitment to student success?
Correct. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We live that mission and vision every day.
Well, today we're going to talk about public administration. And basically, what is public administration? Is that like city managers and village managers?
Yes, students have the opportunity to gain knowledge, skills, and abilities around being an administrator within our governmental institutions. Specifically, like what you said, being a mayor, doing advocacy out in the community, bringing positive outcomes to the community. Learning about, public management, management's, particular societies, specific communities. So.
And if you're interested in a career in city or municipal government or school or whatever, having the degree or the certificate, is that like a requirement in order to even look in those fields?
Yes. The public administration program is designed, it's an Associate of Arts degree, it's transferable. So what we're doing is giving our students a pathway to try and transition to a four-year university. Also, we have a certificate program where we offer that to professionals that want to enhance their skills. For example, a city commissioner, if they want to come in and enhance their skills, they have that ability to come in and enhance those skills.
Oh, so we might have someone watching who might be sitting on the village council or city council, or they might work in a city township department. They feel like maybe they don't know everything they should. They can take a class.
That's correct. Yeah. Yep. And our certificate program is 21 credits. That'll take you about 24 credits. That'll take you about a year and a half to complete.
And some people, they're elected positions. Would that benefit people in elected government positions?
Yes, it definitely will. We also have a nonprofit side of the certificate program, as well as an AAS program, where we would educate individuals on how to work with the government to gain grants, write grants, operate their own nonprofit. So we have a wealth of skills around that governmental realm, that municipality realm.
What about your personal interest in public administration?
I have a public administration background. I earned my PhD from Wading University in public policy and administration, which had a focus and concentration on public management and leadership. I've also worked in community mental health and working with nonprofit agencies. So I did that for about 15 years prior to transitioning to Jackson College.
Oh, cool. A lot of the faculty at JC been there, done that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Also today we're talking about agriculture, and Jackson County is a big agricultural county, and we have a new program.
So we've had agriculture out at Jackson College now since 2017. We started the program about 5 years ago. And we've had a lot of students through the program, and we didn't know when we started, what our student population might look like. We started with a 2-year program in agricultural technology, where students would come in and get skills and go out and work immediately out of our program. And then we had a 2-year transfer program. And based on our student dynamics, we have a lot of people from the production part of agriculture who are already running their own farms and their own small businesses.
Yeah, I can think of Zach Rapley as an example, running his own farm.
Yeah. And a lot of students running their own farm stands or their own small businesses that way. And that there are two things that came out of that. People that want to run those businesses so that they're more profitable, right? So that they can take over for their parents, their grandparents, as they're moving out of those industries. And helping students start on small businesses on their own and become stronger entrepreneurs. So, and then we went out to the agricultural community this year, surveyed a large number of people from the production part of agriculture, and asked them, what do our students need? What does the industry need? And they came back and said business. They came back and said Excel, accounting, marketing, entrepreneurship skills. They need to know how to be better businessmen. And so we've started this agribusiness certificate program that students that can get in a year, and predominantly almost entirely online. So COVID did lead us in a different direction that we thought we would go. We do have a vineyard that we use as an operating land laboratory.
Oh, cool.
We do shout out to Cherry Creek Cellars. They help us with production and have been amazing, right? So, and we have that down in Cement City right now. But students at the start of COVID, our enrollment went way up, and it turned out that students wanted to have those online options. They're very busy running their own operations. Many of them are, and that's just it. Many of them are production based and running their own facilities. And then others have got jobs, right? And so this gave them an option. This should give them an option to be able to complete that certificate program.
An area of agri-science right now in Jackson County.
Agribusiness.
Agribusiness is marijuana.
Yeah,
Cannabis cultivation. We have thousands of people working in that in Jackson County.
And I can tell you that we have many of our students that have gone to work in that industry and work in that industry right now. And we have certainly put those initiatives forward. We are a federally funded institution, and as such, because cannabis isn't legal on a federal level, we are unable to offer those opportunities, immediate opportunities, and liaisons within our program. So students can't do an internship while at JC in the cannabis industry. But we certainly have lots of people, because it pays quite well. We certainly have people going into that industry.
Yeah.
So.
Well, who knows? The federal laws might change. There's always that talk. But that doesn't preclude someone from taking the classes, getting a certificate, and then going into that industry.
Exactly.
And you guys work together because agribusiness is part of business.
We will take our students will take a lot of classes under Clovester's umbrella, so for his program, yes.
And both of your, so let's talk about people at the Career Center or Science, from Career Center to agribusiness. Is that a natural progression from across the street?
Well, it is, and it's interesting that you bring that up. So we do still teach a full 2-year curriculum with a plant science class and an animal science class and other agricultural science-based classes. So this agribusiness certificate is specifically for people who want to run their own and go to work in agribusiness, and it's just a little more user-friendly in terms of the time you spend there. So anyway, we still do have a strong agri-science core. Across the street, they have an amazing land lab, right? They have a tremendous facility for students to get some hands-on skills that way. And we do have the operational vineyard, and we're hoping to build more of those kinds of experiences on campus, but they do have those opportunities across the street. So really we're trying to refine those as they come to us with some of those hands-on skills in animal science and plant science, and help them move into industry,
Christy, does someone that makes applesauce, would that be a business, an apple or agri-science business?
Sure. It would be an agribusiness, sure. Or if you're a local orchard, farmer here, you're not just making money selling apples, you're selling juice to the cider industry. In most cases, you're doing tours, right, with the community. You're doing family kind of invitations out where you've got people coming out and seeing what's going on. And you may be selling sauce, you may be selling to many different components, many different areas.
We talked, so classes actually started last week overall at JC, but there's, I think, shorter duration classes that you can hop into still yet
Yeah.
to start?
Yes, we do. We offer 16 weeks, 12 weeks, 7 weeks, 5 weeks, and 3 weeks. Sometimes we do the 3 weeks around Christmas break and that sort of thing. But the benefit with the 7 weeks, students can, they have the option of taking 2 classes within one term, within one semester. So, for example, if a student has some, an issue, a family issue, where they have to, drop the class, they can pick that class back up in October. So it gives them the option where they just won't fall off from a 15-week course. When they usually fall off, they're just out there somewhere. We lose them. So the benefit is very beneficial to have the 7-week courses.
Students have told us that being able to do that, it's a commitment that they can do. Right, they feel like it's easier to commit to that 7-week timeline than it is to commit to a 15-week semester.
I can think about when I was in school, my mindset was, well, 15 weeks, I could miss 3 or 4. I wouldn't even notice, they wouldn't either. But 7 weeks, you miss one, you're out a lot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of discipline, time management. If, like you said, Bart, missing one day of class, that can set you back. It can set you back a lot.
So, in person, the option has been the student demand wanting this online, but is there an in-person?
We do. We have in-person classes as well. And most of my classes right now have a dual component where they do part of it online, and we're trying to hone that down to field day experience days where students only have to come into campus maybe once or twice a semester, if that. We don't even have to do that for all of our classes, so that you're still getting that field experience. You're still getting those tours out in the community. We have right before COVID, we had a strong community presence and wonderful community involvement with local agribusinesses, facilitating tours and internships and working with and demonstrating for our students. So we definitely want to get back to that.
Do you have a lot of family, like the next generation that wants to take over
We do. Yeah. We have a lot of that. We do. So the average age farmer in America today is 57 years old. And a lot of those families are making critical decisions about staying in agriculture or with property being at such a premium right now.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. Every year we lose land, farmland in Jackson County.
We do.
Well, great to see that we have this at Jackson College, in addition to all the other great programs. Thanks for sharing news with our viewers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
You bet. Good to see you both.
Yeah, thank you.
From the Jackson College Public Administration Programs, Clavester Moten, and with the new Agriscience program. Agribusiness. Agribusiness. That's why I kept saying agriscience. Agribusiness, agriscience. Christy Meese.